Forget everything you think you know about the Apple TV, because Cupertino is about to flip the script on home entertainment. We are talking about a device that isn't just a streaming box anymore, it is a full-blown gaming console, an AI powerhouse, and the literal brain of your smart home. If you were thinking about buying the current model, stop right now. You need to see what's coming in late 2026. Welcome back to Tech Vibe, where we dive deep into the future of technology so you can stay ahead of the curve. Today, we are breaking down the massive leaks surrounding the fourth-generation Apple TV 4K. From a price drop that could crush the competition to a chip that rivals high-end gaming rigs, this is the official deep dive into the 2026 Apple TV Revolution. For years, the Apple TV has been the premium choice, the Rolls-Royce of streaming. But let's be honest, it's been a while since we've seen a radical change. The current A15 Bionic is great, but in a world of generative AI and AAA gaming, it is starting to show its age. Enter the 2026 model. The most significant leaks from the supply chain suggest that Apple is finally moving away from the incremental update strategy. The reason for the delay from 2025 to 2026? Apple is waiting for the software to catch up to the hardware. Let's talk raw power. Reliable reports and code references indicate that the next Apple TV will skip the standard A16 and land with the A17 Pro or potentially even the A18 Silicon. Why does this matter for a TV box? One word: gaming. This chip is the same hardware that allows the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 16 to run console-level titles like Resident Evil Village, Death Stranding, and Assassin's Creed Mirage. By bringing this silicon to the Apple TV, Apple isn't just competing with Roku or Fire Stick anymore, they are coming for Sony and Microsoft. Imagine playing hardware-accelerated ray tracing-enabled 4K AAA games directly on your TV without needing a $500 console. That is the vision for Tech Vibe's most anticipated device of the year. But it's not just about the raw horsepower. The real reason Apple has delayed this launch until late 2026, likely alongside the iPhone 18 Pro, is Siri 2.0 and Apple Intelligence. Apple is currently rebuilding its voice assistant from the ground up using large language models. The 2026 Apple TV is rumored to be the first device to fully showcase home AI. Instead of saying, "Siri, play the morning show," you'll be able to say, "Siri, find that movie where the guy travels through time and find the scene with the car chase." This level of contextual awareness requires massive on-device processing and at least 8 GB of RAM, which is exactly why the new chip is so vital. Connectivity is also getting a massive overhaul. We are seeing the debut of the N1 chip, Apple's custom-designed networking silicon. This isn't just a fancy name, it brings Wi-Fi 7 support to your living room. For those of you in premium markets with high-speed fiber, this means virtually zero latency. Whether you're streaming 4K HDR content at high bit rates or cloud gaming, the N1 chip ensures that buffering becomes a word of the past. It also acts as a thread border router and a Matter controller, making it the most stable smart home hub ever created. Now, let's talk about a leak that has the entire industry shaking: the price. For years, the barrier to entry for the Apple TV was its $129 to $149 price tag. But analysts suggest Apple is aiming for the sweet spot below $100. By dropping the price to $99, Apple effectively eliminates the only reason people choose a Google TV or a Fire Stick. They want you in their ecosystem, and a cheaper, more powerful Apple TV is the Trojan horse to get you there. Design-wise, Apple is sticking to the "if it ain't broke, don't fix it" philosophy for the box itself, but the Siri remote is reportedly getting a refresh. We're hearing rumors of a Find My speaker in a U2 ultra-wideband chip built directly into the remote, no more losing it in the sofa cushions, and a more ergonomic glass and aluminum build. There is even a wildcard rumor about a Pro version of the Apple TV that might feature a built-in FaceTime camera for gesture controls and center stage video calls without needing your iPhone. While that might be reserved for a higher-tier HomePad device, the possibility has the tech world buzzing. Let's dive deeper into the console killer narrative. We've seen Apple making a huge push into gaming with Apple Arcade, but the hardware has always been the bottleneck. With the A17 Pro or A18, the Apple TV 4K 2026 will finally support METAL-FX upscaling and mesh shaders. This means the device can take a lower resolution game and use AI to make it look like native 4K. For a $99 device, that is unheard of. We are looking at a future where your Apple TV is not just for Netflix, but for high-octane multiplayer gaming with zero lag, thanks to that custom N1 networking chip. Furthermore, let's look at the smart home integration. Apple is reportedly working on an entirely new operating system logic for tvOS 27. It's designed to be user-aware. If you have the rumored built-in camera, or even if the device detects your Apple Watch nearby, it will automatically switch the home screen to your personal profile. Your fitness goals, your up next queue, and your smart home shortcuts will all be right there without you having to click a single button. This level of personalization is what separates Apple from the competition in the US and global markets. But why the long wait? Why 2026? The answer lies in private cloud compute. Apple wants the Apple TV to be the most private smart home device on the market. Most of the AI processing for your voice commands and home automations will happen locally on that A-series chip. For the complex stuff, it uses Apple's secure servers. Getting this balance right, where it's fast enough to feel like magic but secure enough to trust in your living room, is the final hurdle. So, when can you get your hands on it? All signs point to a late 2026 release, likely September. Apple wants to ensure the new version of tvOS, powered by Apple Intelligence, is polished and ready to change how you interact with your screen. This isn't just a spec bump. This is Apple reclaiming the living room. It's a gaming machine, an AI assistant, and a pro-grade streamer all in one. If you've been waiting for a reason to upgrade your home theater, the 2026 Apple TV 4K is it. The combination of an entry-level $99 price point and flagship-level silicon makes this the most disruptive product in Apple's current roadmap. Think about the implications for your daily life. You wake up, walk into the living room, and the Apple TV already has your morning news briefing and your workout playlist ready on the screen because it knows it's you. You ask Siri to dim the lights and start the movie, and it happens instantly without a single "I'm sorry, I didn't get that." That is the level of refinement Apple is aiming for with this 2026 refresh. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Would you ditch your PlayStation or Xbox if the Apple TV could play the same games for a fraction of the price? And does the idea of an AI-powered Siri in your living room excite you or worry you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I want to know if you think this $99 price point is a game changer. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay updated on the latest Apple leaks, make sure to smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow and allows us to keep bringing you these exclusive tech insights. And if you haven't already, join the Tech Vibe community by hitting that subscribe button and turning on the bell notifications. You don't want to miss our upcoming deep dive into the M5 MacBooks and the future of the iPhone Fold. Thank you so much for watching. We are constantly monitoring the supply chain in Asia and the latest patent filings in the US to bring you the most authentic news first. Stay savvy, stay connected, and I'll see you in the next one. This has been Tech Vibe, signing off. Let's keep the vibe tech, and I'll catch you later.